Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to our YouTube channel, Italian African Farm Workers Association. We have created a little, garden here, in Foggia, Borgo Mezzanone, and come, let me show you some of the little things that we do have here. Actually, creating of this garden, the reason of creating this garden is to, make comparisons, of European and African farming system. Because if you look, at this garden, though the size of the garden is somehow small, but as I mentioned earlier on, that we are trying to make comparisons. The type of agricultural systems that normally we have, back in Africa, and the type of agricultural system that we have here is quite different. But if you can see here, we do have okras, and these okras, if you can see this white dust, they are ashes. It's just today, we just throw some of the ashes to them to prevent insects from eating the okra. If you can see from here up to here, and then we create this garden, almost a month ago, so we are just making an experiment to see, as we mentioned earlier on, that the comparison that we are still doing, because if you look at these other holes, these ones are also, they are common. Like we have black, we have pepper, and then we have bitter tomatoes, that they are also coming. But this other side, if you look at this other side here, you will realize that we have what we call, in our language, this is what we call kucha or bissap, but and some of them, they call it as sobolo, and most of the Caribbean areas, they call it as sorrel. So it has different names, of that, normally in Africa that we give it to it. I think it have more than 10 or 15 names. But if you come to this other side too, you realize that we have what we call bitter leaves. Although they start coming little. If you can see this other side, this other side, so they are the one that is coming. For them it's not long, that we start to plan, compared to here also. So that is the reason of creating our association. But this one is an experiment, to see if what we want, if at all it will go normally as we wished, because we want it to be free from European fertilizers. We want it to be free from from the chemicals that we normally use at the farms. So that's why today we put these ashes there, and after we will going to see what type of chemicals are we going to apply, different from the European chemicals that we use, because as you can see, as of now, we don't put anything there. Everything is natural, So because the European system, the Italian agricultural system here, we cannot say that we understand or we understood 100%, but at least 50 or 60% is already there. The way how they apply their chemicals, what type of fertilizers they use, what type of machines or tractors they use when they are how to call it, when they are farming. So we believe those type of farming system, we will going to take it to Africa, to see how we can balance. But as we mentioned in our introductions, that the exchanging of tools, crops, and exchanging of ideas. So this is our first experiment that we are that we want to do. So when it works, then we continue up to the end. Sky is the limit. Thank you very much. You can follow us on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram for more updates.